Yes, you can just keep putting them in. Okay. I'm going to wait a few minutes. I'm try to fix this. I sent people the link and I sent the wrong one. So hopefully somebody finds me. So I'm going to wait here for a few minutes. Let's see when somebody comes in. Adjust my stuff. I have a lot to talk about today. I keep going the wrong way with this. No, this way. There. There's been a lot going on. When you get in here, if you'll let me know, because I don't know if I got this set up. You would think by now I would know how to do this. Hey, there is somebody in here. Hi, Amanda. I thought I was here, like 10 minutes ago, and I wasn't. You'd think I would remember how to do this, but I haven't. There's Lori. I sent Lori and on my family group chat, I sent out the wrong link. So I don't know if anybody will make it here or not, but Lori did, and Amanda's here. Oh, thanks. I have so many of these really stylish Dollar Tree glasses. I look back at them like, oh my gosh, I look so dorky, but because yeah, anyway, but I can't see the chat at all if I don't wear them, but thank you very much. I have some dark blue ones that are my favorite, but I've lost those, so I may have broke those. It's been a crazy day here, and I still feel like I smell rotten eggs. I hope it's gone soon. I wish I could figure out how to send a link on here. I'm going to have to, it's like once I get on here, I can't figure out how to send the link. And I would like to because my mom was going to be in it. But so what's going on, guys? Give it a second. Because there's I gave a notice last time, right, Lori? Did I figure that out last time? Yes, I would love for you to. Maybe she can send it to my sister. There's Lori Carp. Hi, Lori. Thank you. Lori and Amanda are in here. Oh, it's been a little crazy. I'm going to give it a few seconds. Hey, there's Mom. Okay, Mom's here. Sorry, Mom, I sent out the wrong link. I don't know. Eventually, maybe I'll get this. Eventually. Hey, and there's Chris. Okay. Well, now that we're almost 5 minutes into it, and since I didn't send out what do we call it? A notice. I don't know, wherever it is. Then it's taken me a while. But so I have a story to tell. I've heard people tell this story before. Mom says, hey, thanks, Mom, for feeding the steers. Our steers, if you watch my last video, the steers are over at Mom and Dad's. I didn't get over there today. They're out on pasture. So I'm glad you fed them. But I've heard of people having exploding eggs in their incubators before and how horrible it was, yada, yada. And last year I incubated, never had a problem. I usually check my eggs to make sure that they're fertile and they're growing, in the middle and throw them out if they're not. And so I think I avoid that most of the time. Well, this time I did not check the quail eggs. They're really hard to check anyway. Um, and it is horrible. So I opened it up. I have it all shut down and I keep a towel over because I just have one of these cheap styrofoam incubators. And I seem to lose moisture and heat on cool nights because I don't keep it real warm in my house. It's pretty cool. So I put a towel over it and it helps insulate just a little more. So I don't smell anything out of it. I didn't think that was an issue. Um, and so I opened it up today because it's lockdown day I have 2 turkey eggs and I don't know, 6 or 7 duck eggs in there, and then the quail eggs. And so I opened it up and oh my goodness, it was horrible. And because the quail eggs are all, they're all speckled all over, I didn't know which one it was until I got to start picking some up and then some were stuck together. It was it was horrible. Curtis came in from outside and Savannah goes, "There's a rotten egg in the incubator." And Curtis goes, "Oh my gosh, I can taste it." It was really bad. So I deep cleaned the whole thing, took apart everything and cleaned it. And it smells fine, but I still I don't know. That was this morning and I still feel like I smell it. Just every once in a while. I left the house and came back and didn't smell it. So I think it's just me. I think it's just that it's not my hands. I don't know. Anyway, so that was an exciting story. Has anybody else done that except for Lori? It's really bad. Like I heard it's bad, but whoo. Thank you, Lori. And don't forget to click on the like button. Appreciate that. So I am super excited. The first turkeys are on lockdown. It's only 2 eggs, but it's the first turkeys of the season, and that means they were laid like almost 4 weeks ago. So that's exciting. I have another. I forgot if it's 6 or 7, something like that, turkey eggs in a small incubator that I bought off of Marketplace. Um, and it loses moisture real fast. I really like it as far as how neat it is, but it loses moisture so fast. I'm afraid I've ruined those eggs. I hope not. But it's got down to I think at one point I went over there and it was like 27% humidity is what my little thing said in it. And the night before it was not. There's Mama Gentry. Hello. And so we'll see if those hatch. I will be super disappointed if they don't, just because I'm really ready for baby turkeys. I hatched 3 different sets last year and lost all my turkeys except for one of them due to either illness on my last ones, and then before that, children leaving the gates open on the turkeys, and so they were just gone. Anyway, so I'm excited about them. I have. Oh, and then the more exciting news, I know you guys probably don't even care. Well, I hope you, well, anyway, I have 13 turkey eggs that I just put in today to the incubator. Turkeys take so long. 4 weeks is a long time when you're waiting on these babies. So Lori, you haven't got any eggs yet. That's so weird. We live like in the same area. I knew that Brandon from Eddie Family Farm, they were getting them like, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks before mine started laying. And I only have one hen. But they were getting them a lot earlier than that. But I figure that's just because they're like, what, 4 hours south or something like that. Something like that. So it's warmer. So that's my exciting news there. And so the steers are at mom and dad's and they are doing well. They're enjoying the pasture. That's a very good thing. I would be upset if she doesn't lay too. My Tom is from her, so we know she laid last year because he's a pure Royal Palm. So I hope they do. That would be sad. And I need to get on these eggs better hatch because they need to pay for their feed bill. Last year I think I started incubating at the end of March. So I was just getting my first babies, but I was doing the speckled Sussex, which I have out there, and I could be doing incubators full of those, but I only have one, I have two small incubators, but one I'm using as a brooder so I can put, because quail only, so I can double book the other one. I don't know, that doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe I need some of your duck eggs. Oh, ducks. My duck egg. I have one pair of the Cayuga ducks. And the male I hatched last year, and then Lori gave me one of her females. So I have that's a little pair. Well, Savannah came running in so excited because she finally found the nest. She had been laying consistently, and then we couldn't find any eggs. Like we couldn't find any eggs. And so Savannah found them today with her on it. And yesterday I recorded her walking around the pasture. So she was out there for hours. So I think she just went broody today, but she's broody on it. She has her head all down and makes a growling noise if you get close. No, my Cayuga eggs are still like a really pale gray. I haven't got any black eggs. I saw that one you got. Lori got because the Cayuga eggs, they get darker as the season goes on. Well, at least that's what she told me last year, but it's early in the season. She got a black one. They look so weird. But no, I haven't got any black eggs. Anyway, so I have but one duck egg to incubate this time. But hopefully she will hatch them. That would be super. I would be so happy. I found out some really cool knowledge about duck eggs also. If y'all have any questions, put them in there because I am really rambling tonight. I guess that's better than just sitting here. But duck eggs, ounce for ounce, have a whole bunch more protein and vitamins and minerals than chicken eggs. Quail eggs also do, but it takes quite a few of those to make a duck egg, or to make a chicken egg, whereas duck eggs are bigger than chicken eggs. Oh, so people say it's the opposite. They start out black and then lighten. But that's not what happened to her last year. Mine they've been consistently the same light gray color. So, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. It just looks really cool when you get, black eggs. It's like, what? But, anyway. Oh, lost my train. Anyway, so I hope she hatches. Oh, the eggs. And ducks, they lay a bigger egg with higher nutrients, and they don't have to have the prolonged light to keep laying. So if you want your chickens to lay through the fall and the winter, or the winter and spring, the shortest light hours, you need to put light in their coop, so that they'll continue laying. And ducks, they don't that doesn't affect them as much. It's not the same. So anyway, I thought it was really cool, and they can lay like over 200 eggs a year. Lori, that's going to get really bad in yours. You might have to start collecting them. So are you saying the money is in the ducks? Well, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know where the money is because I don't have it yet. Actually, though, what I was saying, ducks takes 4 weeks to incubate, and the speckled Sussex, I can put more in the incubator because they're smaller. And though I just get about half the price of them, I can sell those for between $3 and $4, and the duck and the ducklings for about $7. And but they take less time, and you can put twice as many in the incubator. So last year, my speckled Sussex paid for the incubator and their feed, the baby chick feed. So I was like real on it. This year, that's not so much been the case. I've paid for my bag of chicken food, my baby starter, my 50 pounds of starter, but I need to get to selling some birds. So I don't know what I'm going to do. All that to say, I don't know if I should go ahead and just start filling up my incubator with my speckled Sussex, or if I should continue incubating my turkeys and ducks. I really don't know that I wouldn't incubate my turkeys, just because day-old turkeys sell for a good price. I was amazed at how much the big ones. If I'm making a cake from boxed cake mix, it calls for 3 eggs. If I use 2 duck eggs work. In baking, you can't tell a difference. And I would just put 2 if it calls for 3. If it just called for 2, I would still probably put 2. It would just be a little bit fluffier because you'd have more egg in it. But yeah, I think 2 duck eggs would work just the same as 3 chicken eggs, especially in baking. And they're good to bake with. And I can't tell a difference. They have more yolk. The percentage of yolk to white is more in a duck egg than a chicken egg. So if you're scrambling them or something like that, like not baking with them, but using them just to eat, like a scrambled egg, they're going to be a little richer. The taste is going to be different because it's going to be richer because there is more yolk to it. But that's where all the protein is. So that's, in your vitamins. And yeah, they're a little bit richer. I think when you're scrambling them, I think that's the difference that I can tell. But if you're used to store eggs and you go to fresh chicken eggs are a lot richer than store eggs. So, I mean, it's going to depend on what you're used to also. If you're buying store chicken eggs and then you eat duck eggs, you're probably going to tell a more drastic difference than if you have fresh chicken eggs, farm fresh chicken eggs, and use a couple duck eggs or whatever. So that's my 2 cents on that. I am not an expert, but that's my 2 cents. Any more questions? Yeah. So, you guys, you're gonna have to watch. I think it'll be on my next video. Chris is home. I think it'll be on the next video. But Savannah, we're trying to tame down this heifer over here. Sorry. I muted you to save your ears. So, but it's so fun. Okay. So mom says, when will you breed your cow? this little one, next breeding season. I might, yeah, probably next breeding season. So we'll probably put her in to breed her in. What do we put him in? July. So she'll have a little while, I guess. A lot. I think that says a lot. A lot of people like to cook with them, but don't like to eat them. And I had heard that from someone. Actually, it might have been Lori. I don't know. From someone, but so it took me a while to try them, like in scrambled eggs, like not to bake with them. And I really can't tell much difference in my chicken eggs versus the duck eggs. And I don't know if the breed would make a difference. I have no clue. Chris just walked in with his phone on, so it was echoing. Sorry about that. Well, he had it playing in the car, Lori. Hopefully he wasn't watching. Hopefully he was listening. We're gonna say so. Yes. Yes, Jake will come to, when he was out here, he came to me, and then at Lori's, he would come to Lori, and eat food from your hand. Like, I don't know if he would if you put it on your head, but he'll take food from your hand. Or at least he used to. I think Mom actually likes Jake. He's pretty likable. Oh, I don't even want to hear that. Ticks. I wasps and ticks. I mean, wasps are worse, but ticks are horrible little creatures. Especially crawling on your head. It gives you the all over. I agree, Lori. I'm kind of attached. If you can get attached to a bull, I'm kind of attached to him. I like him. He's a good boy. I think I said that. I had to edit my the last video I put out, and he was on there quite a bit. I think I had to edit that out because it seemed like every clip it was like, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. And yeah, stop saying that. I'm fond of him. He doesn't try to get out of fences. He's friendly and not aggressive. I don't know. And he does his job. We had babies last year, and hopefully we have babies this year. I'm so excited. About a month. I think we should have some in about a month, huh, Lori? Do the end of this month to next month. Yes, ticks are way worse than cicadas. Cicadas don't bite you, and they're just noisy, but they don't bite you, and they are great feed for your birds, for chickens and ducks and turkeys. They are full of protein. my view on that might have changed over the years since I've got birds and have to pay for their food. But I was reading on the upcoming cicada storm or whatever, hatch, whatever, and somebody had mentioned that they're really great feed. So if we can last through the noise, they're good fertilizer for your garden and feed for your chickens. That's true. Dogs. I haven't seen one of my cats eat them. Itchy now. Think about ticks. I haven't seen my cats eat them, but I definitely have my Roscoe, my little Rottweiler mix. He eats them. I don't know if it's to silence them or because they taste yummy, but I think maybe to silence them because sometimes he just spits them out and leaves them after they stop making noise. Yes, Lori was concerned about cicadas, but they're noisy, and I think that could be a nerve-wracking problem. That's probably the worst thing about them is their noise. 'Cause they can be really loud. I I don't I don't know. I think with as many that are supposed to hatch, it's going to be really loud. I think you're really going to have to love their sound because, and maybe it won't be as bad. All this hype, they seem to hype everything up, everything. It's probably going to be not much different than normal. The cicada hatch, but they're so incredibly interesting to me how the different types of cicadas have different, what do they call them, waves, or like the ones that are hatching this year. One of them is every 17 years they emerge, and one of them's every 13 years they emerge. And I think that's amazing to me. I don't really understand all of it, but it's pretty amazing. Excuse me. I don't I don't remember. Maybe. I don't know. I guess I need to look at that. I think it may have been later than that because I think I was looking at it, looking at the maps and studying it after Lori had made me aware of it. And it seemed like it was going to be at least a couple weeks. And I don't know. I don't know. Somebody needs to look that up. I probably will afterwards because now I'm going to be wanting to know. But there's two. One of the waves is like north of us, and the wave we're in goes south. I think the ones that come out here are the 17 every 17 years. I think someone can correct me or not. I don't know, but I don't know. I can't wait to get Belle tame. She's funny. Well, you may have to get closer to her internet, Lori. What's I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. My train of thought just left without me. Oh, but you're gonna have to watch uh this heifer out here, Belle. That's right. Yeah. Belle, she will cry. She hears Savannah playing in the front yard, and because Savannah goes and feeds her handfuls of grass all the time, not that she doesn't have grass, she does, but because she'll grab a handful of cubes, or if I have cookies to give her, mom had brought a package of cookies over at one time, and anyway, have something to give Belle. Savannah really likes to give her treats, and so she hears Savannah playing in the front yard, and she'll just start bellering, just start mooing, because she just knows Savannah's going to go over there and give her food. And that was, I think that's so funny. It's with an E, I think. I think I remember seeing that her tag is faded now, where her name was printed on there. And so I'd have to get a lot closer and study it. But I think it's Belle. I think is I didn't name her, but I like it, so I'll keep it. Bellering or bellowing? I don't know. I'm from I'm from the South. It could be bellowing, but here with the accent, bellowing. Go ahead, make fun of me. It's okay. I can take it, Lori. Sometimes. Don't be mean now. That's not free reigns. I do. I would like a collar with a belt. And right now, though, I need to get a halter out there. And when she eats out, she's gotten to where, she wouldn't hardly eat out of your hand because her mom had kept her away from you. And so, sorry. Um, and so but she'll eat out of your hand, but she's gone from that to where while she's eating out of your hand, you can take your hand and rub up against her, like her back or her jaw and behind her ear, and she'll just sit. She doesn't mind at all. So if I can just move down her neck. No, it is not open season on Amy now. No. Aw, thank you. They're doing pretty good. Yesterday, homeschooling, you kind of have waves, and yesterday was a pretty hard wave. And when all three of them have a hard day on the same day, it's exhausting and a little bit discouraging. Today was a much better day for everyone. So they're doing good. They got actually, okay, this doesn't happen hardly ever, but this morning they got up. They were all three up. They were not fighting and they started doing chores and let me sleep. Like that doesn't happen. Like that never happens. I can't say never now because it did. So that was terrific. So that started out the day really well. Not that you probably want to know all that, but Bell Moose, Lori. That's right, Bell Moose. Did she? Well, I didn't witness it, so I didn't know. But she didn't at first when she got out here. Of course, we took her away from her mom and left her out here by herself with goats. And so I don't think she was very anxious to be friends. She is now, though. People bring snacks, and snacks are yummy. To get more, mom had some fig Newtons she had bought that were dry and gave to her. She loved those. No, it's not up for a vote. No open season on Amy. It's not very nice. Didn't you hear I had a hard day yesterday? Be nice. Of course, I guess I told on myself because I didn't today. Is it cold where you all are? I know the air just like it was cloudy, but really quite pleasant all day today, and then a little humid, but pretty pleasant. And then a couple hours ago, the wind blew in some really cold air. I walked outside to check on the duck, and it was cold, like not just cool, but cold. The next video, Lori, I'm pretty sure I'll stick it in there, whatever it is. I'll stick it in there. Because it's really cute. Savannah loves to feed her and it's really cute. Yeah, it got just all of a sudden, Lori, right? Just cooler. There was like a walked outside one time and then came back in. And I actually we played a game. The kids begged to play games. And since it was a good school day and there wasn't fighting, and so I have a million things to do, but we sat down and played a game of Phase 10. So I'd been outside and then we played the game and then I went back outside and it was like a crazy drop in temperature. You'd think I'd been inside for a week or something. I don't know. It was crazy. Is it, Mom? It was like 78 or something earlier, and then I believe it's at least down to 58. I was surprised. The air conditioner won't run tonight. Thank goodness. I was just saying, Chris and I were just talking about how we had all these nice spring days, and then it started getting really hot when it's 80 degrees in April. It's not my favorite. But or 85. Day before yesterday it was 80. No, yesterday. Yesterday it was 85 here. 58's a big difference. Yes, Lori, because I'm way more of a weenie than you are. I need I don't. Yeah. Yes. The humidity. Heat's one thing, but then when it gets stuffy in the house, I just don't deal with the stuffy very well at all. Like, really at all. I don't. No, I don't. We've been in the upper 80s and 90s, but we are at 56 now. Ugh, 90s. No, it's April. April. I live in northern Oklahoma. It's supposed to be nice and cool. 70s. They're my favorite. 70s are my favorite. Actually, probably 70 and sunny is my favorite. But I'm not ready for 90s. The kids are. They're like, it's warming up. We can go swimming. I'm like, well, no. Northwest Oklahoma. Okay, so you're out by the Panhandle? Up in the corner. Oh, yes, Lori. We do need to come get the AC. I've been using that one. But if I ever get a milking barn built, I'll use it in there. We've been saying that for, I don't know, 5 years. But maybe. There's always hope. So, Lori Carp, do you live by the by the Panhandle then, or do you live in the Panhandle? Are you like? I don't know. I was just wondering. There's a big difference, I think, probably in temperature between the two. You're closer to Colorado. Okay, so you're right on the Panhandle. That's cool. That's right. That's right, Lori. I've got the cow now. I need to hurry up on my milking barn. Not that I haven't had the goats for the past 6 years, but I can't believe I have had them that long. I look at my goats and I'm like, wow, my first does. I guess they're kind of getting old, but eventually I'm gonna have to keep some more babies to replace them, but they're really good right now. Oh, so really north, 10 miles from the Kansas state line. So we're like, of course, yeah, that's kind of how we are with Arkansas. Maybe a little more than 10, maybe like 20, probably. But that's east. We're really far east, or I am. So pretty up here, though. Do you keep the old does when you keep baby? I will, because I'm attached to my goats. I guess more legitimate farmers, I don't know, more logical farmers would replace them. Like trade out your old does for your young does. So you're not feeding both of them. But I won't ever do that because I'm attached to them. They know their names, especially when you milk your does. Like, I don't know, there's a different attachment to them because they know their name, they trust you. There's a whole different relationship. So, so one day you'll have no, no, because I keep selling the girls, except for those minis, which LG Lori has not helped me with the addiction there. They're so cute. I do not need those minis. I don't need them, but they're so cute. Maybe someday soon, Lori. That's right. I'm a hobby farmer. Yeah. Yeah, I can't. They'll be here. And Shelly's my oldest one now. And she's the one I bought. I got a milk doe and her head got caught in our cattle panels and she pulled back and pulled the vertebrae in her neck. It twisted it around and we had to put her down. And so that's when I decided no more horns here because I use cattle panels. And so I lost her. But then I got Shelly and her sister. They were twins. And as bottle babies. I like to get my does that haven't been raised with me as bottle babies because I want them to not be afraid of me, to look at me as a provider, not somebody mean. Anyway, and her sister died I hadn't had her 24 hours. She died the next morning. So I just had Shelly and she's my baby. They're pets. I know it was my idea, but then I was going to get rid of all of them. And then those little no ear babies, they're so cute. I mean, they're still so cute. I don't know. So yeah, I've kept one of those does every year because I have River's sister, and then I lost my La Mancha, my full size La Mancha. So I have River's sister, and then I kept River's first baby girl, Brooke, and then Brooke had her baby this year, and so I kept that one. Yep. Well, I wouldn't have had a buck to breed to that was a mini La Mancha if you hadn't given me Nile. Would have sold him. It have saved me. They're really cute. And they do have really good bags and attachments. So if you're looking to milk one, they have richer. Their milk is richer. And so I mean, it would be logical if you were to milk them. I just don't have, my hands are not that small. Yeah. I did keep River's sister's first baby girl. River's sister's. Yeah, that was confusing, Lori. Very much so. So, yes, it's becoming more hobby. But they don't, the good thing, if I'm going to collect goats that I'm not really using for milk, which they do have a richer milk, so if I ever get a machine to use, that would be really good for. Anyway, that'd be really good. But they don't eat as much. Their keep is so much easier than my full-size milk goats. Have your kids start milking the little ones? Well, it would be Kid. It would probably be Savannah because both my boys' hands are getting close to as big as mine. The little boys. I mean, Hunter's are way bigger than mine, but Um, the three little ones, my two older ones that are not around anymore, they did milk for me. Um, I think Sean doesn't have as much patience with it, and I need to get them back out there. So, because that would be nice. Because it was nice when my older ones did milk for me. If I, if I was going to be gone in the evening or or whatever, they'd milk for me. Never volunteered for the morning milking, but to be fair, the past couple years, I've only done morning milkings and not the evening ones because I've done milk share. Rivers. Well, you said you kept Rivers' first baby girl. River hasn't had a girl. Oh, well, whatever. I kept. Maybe it's because I forgot my goat's name. Baby Dolls. I kept Baby Doll's daughter, Brooke. I did. I messed that up. Okay. I guess it was confusing. I don't think anybody but you is going to keep all the names straight anyway. Oh, okay. So anybody have any more questions about milk or eggs? I'm excited about the eggs, guys. I don't know. That's Lori's fault. I'm going to blame her. I was never interested in hatching. She started it first. And it's so fun. That's not true. That's not true, Lori. You still get attached to them. Naming is just a way of identifying. Even if you put numbers to it, you could say, oh, I really like number 479 or whatever. It's just a name is just identification, not a must attachment. I'll attach to any of them. They don't have to have names. That's just all that is. What are the different types of cheeses you can make from goat's milk? Okay, so I make a farmer's cheese. That's the first one I did. And then last year I made Chev cheese, which is my favorite right now. It's a soft cheese, kind of like cream cheese. So you can flavor it with whatever you want. You can put, everything bagel or anyway, lots of different combinations. And so I really like that. A lot of people make mozzarella. And so I think I'm going to try that. I think that's going to be my new thing I try this year with the cheese as far as the cheese. I've heard you can make a cheddar too. I don't know about that, but I guess I've watched quite a few videos on the mozzarella goat's cheese. So I think I'm ready to attempt it. The other two are really easy. And they say that that's really easy, so we'll see. Maybe I'll make a video on it. Maybe the second time I make it. See, doesn't that, I want to make, there used to be a Mexican restaurant I go to. It may have been in Stillwater. I don't even, maybe when we lived down in that area. I don't remember, but they had their queso was goat cheese, and it was so good. I remember it just being like so good. We were super poor and didn't afford it very much, but it was so good. So I want to know how to make that kind of melted cheese, and I wonder if the mozzarella would. I don't know. I need to look that up, don't I? Okay, I'll try it first. I'm not scared of it. As long as it makes the curds make right, you know you're okay. And you could have that on the high protein diet, low carb. I need to get on that one day. I keep saying, just need to start. I hear my egg rotator over there. That's why I keep looking over there. So you hear the crackling. It has been almost an hour, and so I'm probably going to get off here and get the kids ready for bed. It's after 8. And I told them if they were quiet this time, I said, you can go watch a movie while I'm on my live. That's helped. Okay, Chris. Have you been talking to Lori? I do. I do need to make more. I need a, maybe that could be part of my milk barn is a cabinet where I can make it. I feel like I just don't have room in here to spread out to make everything. And then I don't know where I would put it to cure. I need room. I don't know about good money. I guess if I did it enough. And I learned how to make it pretty. Mine's not all that pretty. These people sell these fancy, pretty things, but it works really, really well. No. See? Just talk nice about them. So, okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up and put them to bed. Thank you guys so much for being in here. I appreciate it. I like connecting and talking with y'all. Anyway, you guys have a blessed night, and I'm going to go ahead and end this. Thank you.